So just got one thing in the mail today, and then I took apart the Angry Birds one. So then you can see the part numbers on that. Yeah, like for example, you can already see the one there. So that will no longer be unknown in the catalog. And let's see, does this one have one? The beaks don't always have one, but I think it does. So you can see there, 24944. So I'll get that stuff requested, process the order, and then see if I have time for starting to work on some of this stuff. But I still have all of tomorrow, so I should easily still have time to at least start on it today. But I am getting more mail here tomorrow, so I probably don't want the table filled. So we'll have to figure out all that fun stuff. Then I might just go ahead and get these final two separated by color, then just so it's done. Yeah, I'll get to work on that now. So I was just going through the set here to separate by color, but just like the other one, this here, the dark red is brittle dark red. And so obviously, since I can't try to bend something like a 1x2 brick, I'm just going to assume that it's brittle dark red, considering all the other dark red is, and then the reddish brown was brittle. Yeah, then just good to get that out of circulation. I'll double check some of the parts like this here. Let's see if we can check this here. Yep, that's definitely brittle, and stuff like that. So, yeah, good to get a bit more brittle dark red and stuff out of circulation. So, just finished now with the very last of the sets, but I'm going to take like a half-hour break tonight, and then tomorrow I can start with parting them out. Yogurt time. So then I got that haul from what I was showing in the previous vlog. I paid $147 plus shipping on this. I thought it was 22 shipping, but it's actually 33 on shipping. But then, yeah, so this is the haul that I just couldn't decide whether or not it's actually worth it or not, because there's like just so much bulky stuff in here, like all these boats, the chests, more boats, more motorcycles, more treasure chests, all that type of stuff. But then I was going over it now that I got it in the mail, and there were several interesting things. First up, interestingly enough, in the previous vlog, I was looking at this cape here, which I somehow didn't have for the one Lando minifigure for Dimensions. So that was just here, funny enough, which is really lucky, I guess, that considering of all the capes and everything, to have precisely the one that I needed that was for Dimensions. That was pretty funny. I just have to double check that, but it's black on the other side. But then the other really interesting thing, if I can find it again, it might be on the other side. It's here somewhere. Let me see, where did I find it? No, the bag's open where it was because it poked through the bag. Must be on the other side then. Let's see, where is it? Well, I'll pause and see if I can find it then. So it was right here. But this is Darth Malgus's armor. Funny enough, I already have one of them right here because I bought it for Dimensions. And so I just need his cape, and then he'll have Dimensions on Bricklink. But then, yeah, that was there. Let's actually compare them side by side just to see if there's anything different looking. The one that I got has a much fainter red on it, and like the two red dots are a little bit smaller maybe, but yeah, both say Lego and stuff like that. So yeah, then that was an interesting find, and that goes for like 20-30 bucks or so. So that pays for what, like a fifth of the entire purchase or so. So yeah, then I guess I am leaning more towards that I might actually be able to make some money from this. And here's the other Lando cape here with the black on the one side and the medium blue on the other side. But yeah, then this might have actually ended up being a good buy in the end, but we won't know until like a year or two from now at the earliest, by the time I actually get around to listing it. But yeah, for anyone curious, actually, just clean off thing there. That was the cape that had literally just added to the wanted list like 2 days ago, because I realized that it wasn't on the wanted list for dimensions. And then this here is the cape from the haul, so that was extremely interesting. You can see I already added the dimensions, but that's just for this cape, and that's from the base version, because this here is PB01, but that was already, that one there, which the base one already has it, so that was copied from that. But then yeah, so missing packing dimensions, and then we can see here you just need standard minifigure, which is what I have here, his hair piece, which looks like a Doc Ock one. I should have one right here, just a standard one there, and then we can see he has a 522 cape, 522C to be precise, and so we can just do 522C. Then I'll grab my cape drawer here, and so this here is a starched 3.9 fabric one. So here is a starched one, 3.9 and 4 won't affect dimensions because it's the same thickness of the cape, and it's a 4.15 width, or 4.1 depending on how the minifigure is. But then yeah, so then this here will be another Star Wars minifigure done. So yeah, then next up, I am going to finally be able to get to some of the listing. So we've got 2 sets that are 3 rows of containers, and we've got 4 sets that are stacks, not rows, of containers, and then we've got 3 sets that are just 1 stack. So I'll start with the one that is 3 stacks today. It's one of the larger ones. Yeah, I think it might actually be larger than that one, because that one's got 2 real dense ones. This has 2 real dense ones, and then the one on the side also is somewhat dense. So then this one here is what I will work on then, and yeah, see where I can get done. But yeah, normally for the, like in the previous one, the largest sets weren't just 3 stacks. They were like 5, 6, 7 stacks, and they would take about 2 days on the long end to get fully listed. So I've got today until like 9 p.m. or so to get one of these done. That's less than half the size. I think this here is probably around 1,500 pieces. So compared to the large ones, which were about 4,000 to 5,000 pieces. Well, 3,000 to 4,000 more realistically. Should be able to get it done sooner, because I do have to pull like over 300 lots tonight. I think I had a Brick Owl order that was, I can't remember if it was 100 or 200 lots. Let's just see here. Let's hide their names, but yeah, then 218 lots, so that'll take a little bit to pull. And then Bricklink isn't as many lots, with 139, but yeah, then we'll get to work on this and try and get it done. So yeah, making good progress on the set. Just about finished with the light bluish gray, and then a few small colors left, and then just put that all away and then start pulling all the orders. So time to put away this set now. So yeah, it is all of this table and a little bit on that table. So yeah, it is currently 8:01 p.m. And so then we will see how long it will take to put this set away, because I still have to pull all of the orders. So yeah, then I'll get to work on this and hope it doesn't take too long. But yeah, try to get this done then. So yeah, the set is now all put away, so I will fix the 6 drawers that were too full, and then after that, probably quickly place an order or 2, and then start pulling orders. Yeah. Yogurt time. So then sold 2 more copies of this set here. These things, I think that they used to be a promo, if I'm not mistaken. Although I might be mistaken on it. No, I think they were a promo. But then Lego released them, their leftover stock. Like for every now and then, at least in the past, Lego, when they have leftovers of a promo, they would sell them like half a year to a full year later. They just list a limited amount of stock on their website, and then when they're gone, they're just gone. And so then my sister purchased like 5 of these for, I want to say like $25 or so, whenever they were listed on the site. And so yeah, it's the second and third one. These two are going to the same buyer that have now sold for $95 each. So those are a nice one. I am still in the middle of pulling the largest order. This one is the one that's over 200 lots. I've gotten 5 cups pulled, and then that's from all the parts from the drawers. But then now I have like, let's actually just check. I think it was like 210 lots total. And currently we are just getting it back up. It's loading. Don't want to show their information. Let me scroll down. I was scrolled too far. Okay, currently we are at right about here for box 14. So we've got right about 50 boxes that have to be accessed. So once that's done, I got probably, oh, I know there's like a 50 lot order on Brickowl again, and then I haven't even started on Bricklink. So then that would be, let's see, on Bricklink, there's going to be another 180. So I still have the 50 plus the other 50, so that's 100. So yeah, just about 280 lots left to pull. So yeah, I'll try to get this done, but it's already 2 p.m. So it's now just about 3 p.m. and I'm finally just getting started on Bricklink. But luckily, the largest order is only 230 items and 43 lots. So yeah, it's not too terribly long. Like, we got a whole bunch of smaller lot count orders that go real fast. So yeah, then I'll get that pulled then. Thought I'd show a fun order to pick, so let's just get this one here. So first up, starting with drawer 2007, they got a Kanan Jarrus minifigure. I'm gonna put this drawer on the side because I do need it later, because I have more of him I needed to list. And then next up is a battle damaged Anakin Skywalker from 2356, which is right here. So put him there. Then next up is a medical droid, so 2613. That is right here. So grab one of those. Then we have 2886 for Darth Malik. Or, yeah, I think that was his name, Darth Malik. Or just might have been Malik. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. Yeah, Darth Malik. So there's that one. Then we have Professor Huyang from 3334. Grab one of him. Then we have Bosk from 4341. So that is right here. Take that drawer out. And then we have finally 5492, another medical droid. So that is right here. Grab one of him. And so then that is there. So 7 minifigures for $204.93. So yeah, it's now 4:12 p.m. I finally finished pulling all of the orders. And so currently today we're shipping out $1,418.94. So time to now get it all packed up and shipped out. Always fun when you open a new tab and your entire browser crashes. It's weird. I've never had that happen before until just recently. It's the second time in the span of like a couple of weeks. So yeah, just weird. So on eBay, I was looking at possibly setting up the international shipping. However, from what I can understand, the way to do it, unless you want to individually add it for all your listings, which I am not about to do, because that'd be like 1,500 listings to update, and yeah, it's just, I'm not going to do that. But I'm not even sure if it would work if I did it that way. But I was looking on here on their guide, and so it says to apply your rate table, so do this, and then so under shipping rate tables, apply the domestic and or international rate table. So that is right here. So shipping rate tables, you've got your domestic and your international. And then it says select the rate table you want from the drop down. But when you look here, there is no drop down. There's a view option where you can view the table. I was just trying to set one up. It's got just 2 options right now. So that exists. I've got the shipping service option, the cost, and that stuff set. I've got the shipping rate by, the name, the stuff, excuse me, and yeah, it's just there. I mean, I can click save again. Makes no difference. And then you can let it go, but there's no drop down. You can select the box. I'm not going to do the save now because I don't want to accidentally activate this test one. Yeah, then there's no drop down. So I went to a video, and would you look at that? There's a drop down on the thing where you can apply the rate table, and there's a drop down. The options here, they've got the flat rate, same cost to all buyers. Flat rate, same cost to all buyers. Services, that's whatever you want it to be. And everything else is the same, except that just doesn't show. Reminds me of when I was trying to set up tax on eBay a couple years back. I followed every single tutorial. I called eBay like a dozen times. Nothing worked. The option just was missing. Everything was there except for the one option to add it. So I was unable to sell on eBay for like a year until they finally sorted that out. But yeah, then it's just not there. I've been trying to set that up, and then I was at a test listing, and let me just refresh this, get it up again. Yeah, like here, because in the test thing here I have for Australia, here, I have it set up for Australia, and I also, that's not the one. Well, in the active one, I removed Australia from the excluded countries. But when I go to my listing and I refresh it, I just did a second ago, it says I only ship to Canada and United States. There's no Australia option or anything. So yeah, it's just really confusing. And then just to be on the safe side, I went to the Australia version of the website, and yeah, there's just absolutely no options for it. It says that I ship to Canada and the States. There's no option for Australia here. Australia is not excluded. Australia has a shipping cost connected to it, and then also it was saved and applied to all the listings, and yeah, just nothing. So then I just tried adding an item to the cart on the Australia version of the website, and it shows the shipping perfectly fine. The $9.49 that I have on the rate table, it shows that. So yeah, and if I go to checkout as guest just for a second to see, yeah, it shows all of it properly here, the economy, international shipping, and all of that stuff. But it's just, yeah, it's just not working like showing in the listing. So yeah, I might just leave it overnight, see if maybe eBay needs to clear the cache or something. But I thought it would be that I thought cache clears if you do like Control R or something. I don't know. Yeah, just weird, because when I go here, it's still just nothing. It's, yeah, I have no idea what's happening. But yeah, then I just went to the page here once more on Google Chrome instead of Opera, so there's no caching issues, and it still says I only ship to Canada and the United States. But then when I go to the search thing, the main reason why I don't like doing it like this is because it says plus AU Australian dollars 2.73 postage from Canada. And the thing is, I think it's doing that because of my country here, which is set to Canada and United States, but you can't set it to Australia, so it can't show the correct one. So I guess that's probably technically not an issue, perhaps, but yeah, it's just, I don't know what's going on. And yes, I can confirm I did wait. Let's see if I can get this back up. On this page here, I did wait until the updates are complete. The only error is like one random listing, which I have up, but it's not that one. But yeah, then I'm waiting for the updates to take effect and all that stuff. So yeah, it's just really weird. And then just to double check, I went to the actual listing itself, and there is no option that was mentioned for setting any of the stuff here for the thing in the shipping stuff. Yeah, it's just nothing there. So yeah, not sure what to do. Yogurt time. But yeah, then going to hopefully get at least one of these sets parted out today. It's a Saturday, so I usually am busy with some other stuff, so I don't have quite as much time for listing, but then should be able to at least get one of the somewhat smaller ones. But then as this is, well, this year it's larger. Okay, so yeah, this here is the largest one left. I'll probably wait till Wednesday or, well, Tuesday after I finish shipping stuff at the very earliest before I start on that one. But then, yeah, besides that, there's only a couple somewhat larger sets left. I think these are the same one. So yeah, then there should be 2, 4, 6, 8 sets left. So hopefully, yeah, definitely not going to get all that done today. So definitely not done this week. So then next week should hopefully have a bit more progress. I still hope to finish it by the end of next week, but who knows, something will probably happen again that I won't be able to. But yeah, hopefully get some of that done. But yeah, this is the end of the vlog, so thank you for watching if you got this far. Today is a Saturday, so the next vlog should be out on Wednesday. But then a bonus clip for some good news is that on Bricklink, let's see if I can find it back real quick. Let's see here. The admin Russell removed these finally from the catalog. Can't find them anymore, but then this here was some series minifigures that were left over because they're from like a real long time ago. I showed it in a previous vlog where they were the complete sets that were listed in the minifigure category, which, since that's not how they do things, they were marked for deletion, and so then they had been just marked for deletion for ages. But then admin Russell was kind enough to remove all of them because those were 7 that were missing dimensions, and so I wasn't going to really spend the time to add dimensions for things that will never be for sale again. So then those sort of just been kind of waiting there. But then, yeah, those 7 were removed from the series category, and so then now there's only 158 minifigures missing dimensions, and a couple more on the Wayne stuff, so probably realistically a bit closer to 150 left.